Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In my last video, we talked about how to use conditional statements in a program of C programming. So in this tutorial, I'm gonna show you some programs that you can write using some different operators. So let's get started. So the first program we're going to work with is if a number is odd or even. So how do you decide if a number is odd or even? You try to divide the number by 2, and if there is any remainder besides 0, you decide that's an odd number, and if the remainder is 0, you decide that's an even number, right? So in this case, we're gonna do the same thing. First of all, we have to take input a number, right? So let's declare a variable first and then take input. So here's our program we have written to get input of the number. So now we have to decide if the number is an odd number or an even. So we have to get a remainder, right? So how to get a remainder in C programming? So in this case, we're gonna have to use an operator named Modulus operator. So how is that? If you declare a variable named remainder it can not be always an integer. So let's take a double. And let's declare the value of a remainder. Remainder equals to n modulus 2. So that's the formula of remainder in C programming. If you use this modular operator, this means you are trying to have the remainder of the number that you divided by the number you put after the modular sign. So now so we have to know if the number we have given as input will be an odd number or an even number. So in this case, we need a condition. So if remainder is equals to 0, printf the number is even. So right? And now let's copy. We don't need this anymore. Let's write else. Else the number is odd. Now let's run the program. Input a number, let's say 35. The number is odd, and that's your output. So this is how you write a program about if a number is an odd number or an even number, and this is the formula of how you decide to have remainder. You have to use modulus operator to get a remainder. Also, you can use any number here you want to get the remainder you want. So that's all about the modulus operator. We can write this program in another way, like if we decide not to declare the value of remainder here. So if you remove this from here and this one also, let's write if n modulus true is equals to 0, printf the number is even. It's the same code, just you didn't declare the variable earlier, so you can't use the variable over and over time. You have to write this thing every time you decide to use a remainder n divided by 2, right? So if you run this program and print it, the number is even. So that's how you write a program. If you want to get remainder, or if you want to know if the number is an odd or an even. So let's get to our next topic. Before that, I'm gonna put it as a comment here. This is another way to write comment. If your comments are more than one line, slash and star sign after the on the right of the slash, and at the end a slash and the star sign in the left of the slash. Okay, so our next program is, we want to know if a letter is a capital letter or a small letter. Like if we input a letter, the computer will tell us that if the letter is a small one or a capital one. So how to do that? To do that, firstly we have to declare a char variable and printf. Scanf. Since we declared a char type variable, so we're gonna have to use %c here, and then our variable's name. So here, now we'll get a letter as an input. Now we have to decide if the letter is capital one or a small one. So we can start by writing a condition like if char ch is equals to a, printf %c is lowercase. We have to write another condition here for the capital case. If char a, c is uppercase. Now in this program we have to write again and again for a, b, c, d, everything. So that's quite difficult, right? Because we have got 26 letters in English. So for 26 letters, we're gonna have to write double lines for every code, and that's a great waste of time. So luckily, computer has software problem for that. Not computers, mostly programmers. So we can use operator to solve our problem. So if we write it like this, let me remove this one. If ch is um, greater than or equals to a, and ch is less than or equals to z, printf %c is lowercase. Else if ch is greater than a and ch is less than z, printf %c is uppercase. So let's see what we really did there. First of all, we're gonna have to take a letter as an input. So then the computer is gonna check if ch, the letter, is between a and z, between lower a and lower z. So we wrote a condition here: if the letter is greater than or equals to a, like a and greater a, b, c, d, and less than or equals to z, so z, y, x, like that. So then it will decide that the letter is lowercase. So next, if the letter is after A, like A, B, C, and then before Z, it will be an uppercase letter. So if you run this program here, so let's write S. See, S is lowercase. So if we're to write like this, B is uppercase. So uh, this operator here is called an AND operator. So in C programming, in case you didn't notice yet, we have to use most of these mathematical signs in double form, besides the less than and greater than sign, like double equal sign, double and sign, and we're gonna see a double or sign too. This is how you decide if a number is a lowercase or uppercase. I hope you understood the code. So if you have understood this one, I'm gonna move to the next one. So our next program is with an OR operator. So what is an OR operator? Like if we're gonna say if a letter is a vowel or a consonant, how are we gonna decide that? So which letters are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. We know these five letters and vowels, and the other 21 letters are known as consonants. So we're going to write a code that decides whether a letter you give as an input is a vowel or a consonant. So I'm going to leave this one. No. So we have taken an input here, char a variable char ch, printf input a letter, scanf the letter. So let's write the condition here. If the letter is between A, E, I, O, or U, then we can call the letter a vowel, right? So if the letter is not among these five, we can say it's a consonant. So we're gonna say if CH is A or CH equals to E or CH equals to I or CH is O or U, printf person C is vowel. So else it will print it's a consonant. So how to write an OR operator in your program? So let's get started. If CH is equals to A, or this is the OR sign, a double line here. This is how you write OR in a C program. So you can find the sign in your keypad, uh, right between backspace and enter, and then or ch equals to e or ch equals to I. U. So this is our condition, and now to the statement print if person C is a vowel, else now we don't have to write like if ch is equals to b c d f. We can just write s because we have two options here, either vowel or consonant. So else printf person c is a consonant. So now that's our program. Now if you run this and D, see D is a consonant. So this is how you write a program of whether a letter is a vowel or a consonant. So this is pretty much how we can use these three operators in a program of C programming. You can also use them in any kinds of programs you like, but don't forget everything is in double. Double equals, double lines, except for the greater than and the less than sign. So, this is for today. I'm going to continue our lessons from our next video. Till then, goodbye. Hope to see you soon, and thank you very much for watching the whole video. I hope the video helped you. Thank you.